fellow Toastmasters and honorable guests. This is the story of an emperor, Alexander the Great, and his strange encounterment when he was in India. After conquering all the countries known to him, when he came to India, he heard so much about the strange Indians that he was anxious to meet one. So one day, he and his comrades were led to a saint at the river Indus. When they arrived at the scene, Alexander was on the chariot, one of his kind. He was wearing the finest clothes available to him, and a dazzling and studding crown with all the studded diamonds and gems that he got from Persia. On the other hand, a saint was sitting on a log of a fallen tree, bareheaded, barefooted, no clothes on his body, just lying naked while basking in the sun. What a contrast. All the riches of the world was represented by the young, powerful and wealthy body of Alexander, but on the other hand, all the outward poverty was represented by the saint. But you have to look at their faces to be really convinced of their riches or poverty of their true souls. Alexander, who stood with all his richness, was hiding his inner poverty, filled with his heart with desires and ambitions, whereas Saint was happy, joyful, and peaceful, realizing his true richness of his soul. Alexander could see that. He could see the beaming countenance of the saint, and he was struck by looking at his face. He fell in love with the saint, and he offered to come with him to Greece. And to his reply, Saint smiled and said, "Rome and Greece are in me. The world is in me. The world cannot contain me. The universe is in me. I cannot be confined in this universe. Sun and stars rise and fall in me." Hearing this, Alexander was surprised. He never expected that answer. And he was trying to pursue Saint again, and then said, "Come to me. I'll give you the riches. I'll absolutely flood you with the worldly pleasure. All sort of things would be at your service. All sort of things that human desire. All sorts of things that man can captivate and charm will be at wide profusion at your service. Please accompany me to Greece." At this, Saint laughed, and he said, "There is not a diamond, nor sun, nor star, which shines, but to me is due its luster. To me is due glory of the heavenly bodies. To me is due all the attractive nature, all the charm of the saint's desire. It would be degrading on my part. It would be beneath my dignity to first lend glory and charm to these objects, and then go seek after that. Go begging at the doors of the riches. I can never stoop to that level. It would be degrading on my part." Alexander was flabbergasted. He thought he was deluded. He said, couldn't think of what they say. In response, he just drew out his sword in order to cut off the head of the saint. Seeing that the saint started a hearty laugh and said, "Oh, Alexander, never in your life did you speak such a falsehood, such an abominable lie. Kill me, kill me, kill me. Where is the sword that can kill me? Where is the weapon that can touch me? Where is the calamity that can mar my cheerfulness? Where is the fear? Where is the sorrow that can temper my happiness? Everlasting this moment, yesterday, today and past, forever. Holy of holies, Master of the universe, that I am, that I am. Even in your hands, I am the power that moves them. I am the heat of your sword, which cuts the body. If Alexander, your body dies, there I remain. Alexander used foolishness, and the sword fall on his ground. And that was the day Alexander, the ever victorious emperor, was overpowered by the same who was a true renunciation beyond all temptation and fear. Thank you.